And he is also a civil engineer, a digital business and management strategist, a real estate and investment consultant, and a Made in Ghana Foods ambassador. Yes, that's the person we are coming to listen to. As a real estate and construction professional, he's passionate about green technology and sustainable business solutions. He is the lead realtor and founder of Lizards Reality, where he drives innovative property development and investment strategies. Beyond real estate, he is the founder and CEO of Group Hub, a premium music production and promotion studio, which he founded through his digital influence and music passion in his university education days, located at Odina Palace in Accra. With a strong digital presence, Engineer Viglo leverages social media and storytelling to educate his audience on construction and best practices while leading property sales in Ghana through his digital influence and expertise in marketing. So, the person we are about to listen to is all in one personality of such qualities that I've made mention of. Without much ado, I would like you to stand on your feet and with a round of applause, let's welcome to the podium Engineer Viglo. You can do better, please. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Since we are in church, can I say hallelujah? That was a wonderful worship session. So I'm sure I'll just give you a short exhortation, then we can quickly take offering. Please, when I crack jokes, laugh. I know I'm quite funny. Hello? Laugh. I want to be a comedian when I grow. Okay, so my name is Engineer Viglo. I'm a civil engineer, and we chanced upon social media some point of our life when people started asking for information. We couldn't afford the data to be sending over and over again. So we had to upload it on the internet and just send them the link. And then we started getting tokens and tips for what we did. At some point in my life, I was making as much money from social media as I was making on my regular job as a civil engineer. I nearly quit my job. Thank God I didn't then, because when COVID came, that money stopped coming. Then we switched and we improvised some more. But now, if I have any regret in life, it is that I didn't use my school fees to buy a better camera. But if you are in school, please don't use your school fees to buy a camera, because assuming I'm not a civil engineer, I don't know what story I'll be telling on the social media. So it's a dicey space. Sometimes I say this because people are tempted to say, oh, people are making so much money on social media than medical doctors, so don't go to school. Unless you become a comedian, you might not make so much. So it's good to go to school, but it's better to go to school and still do social media. Now, this conversation is not just about social media. We are talking about the internet as a big thing. Social media is like a chair in this room when you talk about the whole internet. I hope you get me. 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Never trust ladies with your password, they say. Yeah, so social media is like a chair in this room when we talk about the internet and its power. I hope you understand me. Social media is like a chair in this room. So this is social media. This is Bitcoin, right? This is YouTube. Depending on how you look at YouTube, it could be social media or not. This is WhatsApp. So there are a million things that can happen on the internet. I hope you get me. And social media is just one of them. So today we'll quickly have a conversation about the opportunities to monetize on the internet, the new age, the new this thing, so that you can gain some more opportunities or financial opportunities as we grow. Okay. As I go along, I'll be telling you some stories about myself. One of the first stories is this. My father was born in a typical village. No light and water was sourced from a stream, and nobody had built concrete house before him. It was mud houses. At the age of 30, he was still going to school. So the village people named him Small Bag, Bangivi if you hear away. What they meant was that how can you be going to school and become an adult and still be going to school and not stopping going to school? Why did they have problem with him? By that time, a lot of his younger brothers were married and having kids and had really big farms. So they mocked education. Okay. But I'm glad he didn't stop. 30 years down the line, there is so much vast difference between him and the people who mocked him. That is what social media is. When you start social media now, or you start harnessing the power of the internet now, it's new. People don't understand what you are trying to do. So they may mock you, they may tease you. Yourself, you can actually be confused. I remember my days, I was really confused. Okay? But in the next 5, 10 years to come, actually it's happening abroad already. And in Ghana, 2 years ago, I went for an interview. I got a job for the sake of the number so that I get accepted a little bit. That job was paying me 5,000 cedis a month. And they didn't know that I was a civil engineer. They only asked how many followers I had on social media. They're like, oh, if it's 16,000, then we see what you can get through that. 16,000. That's like some of the smallest numbers you can have if you become a big boss. Okay. So we are trying to talk about such opportunities and then what is in it for us. So now let me ask a question. This is Winneba. Yesterday when we were coming here, we didn't know where we were coming, how will we come and stuff like that. We used the internet. But maybe you or anybody in this room, we want to go to Tamale and organize, what do we organize in Tamale? We have $1 million to share for businessmen in Tamale. How do we find them? What will you do? Anybody with an idea? Or if you are looking for the most popular person in Tamale, or if you are looking for a house to stay, you have been posted to Tamale and you need a 2-bedroom house to stay in it, and you are going there today, what will you do?
Okay, I'll look it up on Google Maps to find possible lodging places.
Fantastic. Google Maps. What else? Any other idea? Any other idea? Okay, so Google Maps. So it means that, how many business people are here? If you have a business, it means if your business is not on Google Map, you are losing new entrants. Can we agree on that? You understand? Now, some people will look for the whatever product they are looking for on TikTok. So it means if your business is not on TikTok, you are losing that traction. Are we getting the idea? So that's the new space. That's the new marketing space. That's the new audience space. People live their whole life on the internet. So if you are not on internet, you are losing the new business. You get it? So we see young people come out of nowhere and their business becomes a sensation and then they make so much money and then people think it's because of some other things. It's because they are where the eyeballs are. I hope you have an understanding. Okay. So we'll be talking about the internet. We'll be talking about types of applications. Then we now talk about social media. Then we'll talk about the ways to utilize social media. And then how and when to make a post on social media, right? Anybody who is not on social media? Great. Then how content creators make money. Anybody here making money on social media? Just 2, 3. Okay. Anybody wants to share how much they are making? In Ghana, how much you make is a big secret. Otherwise, GRA will come for you. And that's why everybody wants to become a musician, because how much they make is obvious, right? At least they drive a nice car. So I wanted to be a musician though. Okay, so self-introspection. I asked you what you would do if you have to. Now let me ask you another question. If they search your name on Google, what will pop up? So all of you do this exercise. Search yourself, and some of you search my name, and then you tell me what you see. Anybody done? Anybody done searching his name on social media? What do you see? So for you, you are. I met him yesterday. He made some nice videos of me. So Elon Bruno is a content creator active on social media platforms including Instagram and TikTok. Based on recent activity from January 2026, he shares videos and content such as Reels. For specific information, please clarify if you are referring to a public figure, artist, or this thing. His TikTok is here, his Instagram is here, his Facebook is here. And you see that he's associated with University of Education Winneba, top 30 influential students, content creator. So if Elon Bruno and I are looking for a job in Winneba to market a brand, they'll choose you over me. Anybody else? Let's see who will be chosen. Are we understanding? You get it? And you see, I didn't ask him what class you are getting, whether you did well in com skills and stuff like that, which is good, but nobody will ask. Michael Mawina Mlapa is an individual certified in matriculation oath and declaration of obedience for the University of Education, Winneba. He is listed among students associated with the institution as shown in 2024. Okay. Association, context. So not too much information. The pictures are not you, right? So you are not very visible. Then biggest STEM community digestion online. Then your LinkedIn is here. So you're not very visible. So you have to get more visible. So if I am coming to Winneba and I need somebody to meet, you see why I'll meet him before you. And if I had $10,000 to partner, he would have taken it before you. Are we getting it? Anybody else? Yeah, you could tell that. Thank you. Great. Anybody else wants to share his own? But I hope you are getting the insight what you are trying to achieve. So when people are looking for something that you are good at, they may not find you. So for you, you have to write, I beg to apply, buy a new brown envelope. You buy one pack and walk around all the offices in town to apply for jobs that I've already taken remotely in Accra. Okay? Do you believe that we are actually making money on social media, or you think we are just bluffing? Anybody who still doesn't believe that we are making money on social media? So that I'll show you how much you made last month. You don't believe? Anybody wants to show him how much you make last month? Come, let me show you. Anybody else wants to see? Whatever you are seeing is confidential information. How much did I receive? Okay, so just see it and then you walk away. You are seeing, so this is my business phone. Okay, so this is my monies and my balance and this stuff. Nobody should ask me for money after this place. I don't have money. The money is for the business. The person who sent that money, he has not seen me before. If he enters this room, I will not know that that is him. Are you understanding something? Sorry, my magnet fell into my dress. Do you get it? And there are like, last year I had like 10 of such people consistently holding me down. Do you understand? If you become an ambassador for Winneba and you are telling stories of indigenous people of Winneba, you can have some indigenous person abroad from Winneba who will say, you just don't stop. I'll send you $100 a month. Free money. Your parents won't send you that much. Right? Okay. I'm happy there's some money on my phone today, so I was able to bluff. Anyway, so now we all believe that there's money on social media, right? And it's a lot of money, right? Fantastic. But it takes 10 years of posting nonsense to get there. So don't join and think next year you're going to make money. So the internet is a global space, and the business opportunity of Winneba. What's the business opportunity of Winneba? How many people are in this town? 100,000, 50,000. You say? 50 to 80,000. On your campus, 10,000 students. That's the business opportunity. So for you to become a millionaire in Winneba, you need to sell and make one CD profit 50 times, 50 times 50,000 to become a millionaire in Winneba. Do you understand? But if you are selling on the internet, you can actually become a billionaire if one of your videos goes viral. Literally. Okay. There's another thing called penetration rate, where if the market size is 7 billion and you are harnessing maybe just 1%, you are looking at a potential of 70 million. Okay, so an average viral video is like 70 million views. If you get 1 million views, anybody who has had 1 million views before? Well, I've done 1 million. What happened? Your destiny changed. Or I am saying too much. Is it? Not yet.
It didn't change, but it was great.
It was great. Okay. When I had my first 1 million views, my destiny literally changed. The way I look at life changed because things became a little easy. Okay. Maybe you don't appreciate it yet. You have to look back and count your blessings. Okay. So what stuff go on social media? Websites. Do you know websites? Built to represent companies, the interface that you can see when you do your stuff. Applications. What's the difference between a website and an application? An application is hosted on your phone. Website is hosted on the web. Okay, and application is more expensive to build than a website. Then Gmail, messaging platform. Anybody who doesn't have a Gmail? Everybody should have a Gmail, and you should have minimum of 2 Gmails. One for public activities and one for signing in onto handles and those stuff, so that when you get hacked, you don't lose too much. Okay? And your password should not be easy like mine. My password is the easiest password in the world. Just that it has some caps, it has a sign, and it has numbers. Okay, so your passwords should never be too easy. They shouldn't be so difficult that you forget. Then you do two-step verification. Anybody who doesn't have two-step verification, always do two-step verification. Otherwise, someone will ask people for money with your number, and then you will have to pay if your friends are not, how is it called? Friendly. All right. So types of applications, sharing apps. Anybody knows sharing apps? Example of sharing app. WhatsApp. Okay, so WhatsApp is actually a communication app. Okay. So anybody making money on WhatsApp? Oh, okay. So let me give you how you can make money on WhatsApp. But yeah, she makes money on WhatsApp. It's very easy to make money on WhatsApp now. You just create a WhatsApp group, WhatsApp channel. You have a product that you are selling. Status. You are posting it there. When people see it, they like it. You sell. And I'm telling you, when you are on campus, let me tell you my hack. When I was in school and I was making money off social media, you don't have to stalk. Okay? The ladies, usually easier for the ladies. If you want to sell it this way, go to the shop, take pictures of the dress. How much is it? 100 cedis. Say it's 120. Don't buy it. Just post it. You say payment before delivery. So when someone gives you 120, you go to the shop, you pay 100, take the dress, send it to the person. How much have you made? 20 cedis. So the easiest way to make money on social media is actually flipping. When you are becoming richer, then you can stock. Okay? But when you start stocking, it's becoming expensive and it will keep you busy. So you can make money on WhatsApp. Now, a sharing app is something like Zenda. And sometimes some apps are paid apps, okay, or the cracked version is not available. So when you start using a lot of internet stuff and you need such apps, there will be like a Telegram platform and they will tell you that if you pay 50 cedis, they can send it to you. So the person has monetized that sharing app. Do you understand? So that is also there. Then gaming apps. Anybody here who plays computer games? Anybody making money from it? So people make money off gaming app. The most popular YouTuber, what's his name? Mr. Beast. He started as a gamer. That guy makes $1 million a day through gaming. Okay, so it's possible to make money through gaming. There are some other games that can make money through, but I don't recommend gaming monetization in Ghana because it's not too juicy yet. Our internet is not too interesting and stuff like that. So don't worry about that one. Then stock exchange apps. Anybody knows stock exchange apps? You do forex and those stuff, right? So you can make money off forex, but it's also not something I recommend too much because the risk is high. But there are people, Kojo Forex is a millionaire through that, okay? Any one of them that you want to do, you have to invest energy into it and learn. I hope you understand me. Don't just, sorry, I'm always looking at this place. I love the masses. You have to come closer so that I can look at you too small. Okay. Then meeting apps. Anybody knows meeting apps? Example. Said Zoom. You know that people make money off Zoom? Oh, this event is free, right? So we can say, oh, online is 20 CDs. Instead of taking car from campus to this place, you just send us more 20 CDs and then you join. And if you have a lot of followers and you can get 100 people to sign up online and pay you 20 CDs to be a master class in something that you are well versed in, 20 times 100 people, 2,000 Ghana CDs sitting in the comfort of your room. And I know people who do a master class every week. And the thing about master class that I have one. When I was playing bass guitar, I have a bass guitar master class. It's on YouTube. It's free. But if you call me for it, you pay 100 CDs. I understand me. It's free money. Like making money couldn't be this easy before we were born. Right? Then dating apps. For the sake of the presentation, dating app is one place where women make a lot of money and men who pretend to be women can also make money, right? But we are in the church, and that is a sin. So don't do that one. It's not sustainable. But that's what the fraud boys used to become millionaires, right? Don't do that one. Otherwise, you go to hell. Then entertainment apps. What entertainment apps do you have in Ghana? YouTube can now be an entertainment app. The music apps. What's the name? AudioMark is an entertainment app. Spotify. Do you know that people get paid on AudioMark? So the people who are uploading the stuff. So be a producer, don't be a consumer. Okay, it's easier to be a consumer, but you can harness it. Then health and fitness apps. Anybody know some? Those ones that time your heartbeat and those things. They sell a watch for you, and everybody has one of those kind of watches, right? They are monetizing you. Okay, so you can make money through that one. Then communication, we've done WhatsApp and other ones. E-commerce. Anybody done e-commerce business here? Tonaton. Anybody made money on Tonaton? You've made money on Tonaton. So it's possible. Now, e-commerce sometimes, again, those ones are easier because you don't need money to start. You can list someone's product. When you get a buyer, you go, you sell it. And see, I make a living by selling lands. As the land is here, this is the landlord. The buyer comes, this is the buyer. I take it to the buyer. You pay. When you are done paying, the buyer gives me commission. And when the landlord is also grateful, he gives me commission. You make money from two people who are happy. Do you understand? So you can make money. Commission is one of the best ways to earn money. I hope my work colleagues at where I used to work will not see this. When I started my job, I was being paid 1,005 Ghana cedis. For me to double my salary, I have to work like an idiot for 1 year, lose everything, lose my life, prove myself competent, and then be promoted, right? For my salary to be doubled, right? Then I realized that some people made more money than everybody else. We were called salespeople. Whenever they sell, they get commission. Commission earning is not capped. Do you understand me? What's the maximum salary a Ghanaian can earn a month in a Ghanaian owned company? 20,000 a month, right? Anybody earning 20,000 a month here? Do you get it? But when you are earning commission, it's not capped. Do you understand? So if the car is 200,000, and for each car that you sell, you get 5,000. If you sell 10 cars, you get 50,000. So for those of you who are still in school, when you finish school and you get a chance to work, a lot of people don't like to work in sales and marketing departments because they say it's very stressful, which is true. But such places, the work that is very difficult that people shy away from, those are the works that I love to do. Because you can get paid really, really well, I promise you. And that earning is not capped. Do you get me? If you work at such a place and you can deliver, like if you work in a real estate company or a car dealership company or even a pharmaceutical company, you are doing something marketing and you can sell and get commission of 5,000 cedis every month aside your salary.
You are in a happy place, at least for your first few days, before your taste becomes bigger and it's no longer enough for you. Okay. Now, another two sinful apps. Crypto apps. Anybody doing crypto? Bitcoin. Fantastic. I'm glad I never did Bitcoin. It's one of my biggest regrets in life. When I heard of Bitcoin, it was $2, but I was too broke to afford it. That time, $2 was just 5 cedis, and I was spending about 5 cedis a day, and I didn't accept it because I was on YouTube, and when we were researching, they are like how to become rich in your teen days: do content creation or do Bitcoin. Content creation, you just use your phone, you are gone. Bitcoin, you have to put money inside. Me, that I don't have money, I didn't do it. Now, I regret, but I'm happy I didn't because I don't think it's a healthy space. Okay. But I know people in Ghana who made a fortune through it. So don't do it. Betting apps. Anybody here who doesn't do betting? Who doesn't do betting? Hey, how come? Betting is the easiest way to become a millionaire and also the easiest way to go into debt and die early and go to hell. Right? We all know that, right? It's not new to us. So you can make money off bet. One of the best of them is what? Aviator, right? I'll tell you, I made 5,000 CDs overnight in Aviator, and I quickly bought a light for my studio, 1,005, so that I can say that that's what I bought from it, so it's not too bad after all. Then I continued for 1 week. I didn't sleep again. I was betting 500 CDs per flight at night. 500 CDs capped at 2 times, 100 CDs capped at 5 times. And I did Aviator for 1 week. I had made 11,000 Ghana CDs. I was writing down every money that I spent. I had spent 12,000 Ghana CDs. So the problem is that if you are not tracking how much you are spending, you think you have made 11,000. But I had lost how much? 1,000 in a week. So if I continue for 1 month, I may have lost what, 4,000. But the problem is that it becomes astronomical and you're becoming depressed and greedy and anxious, and now you will loan other people's money to do it, and your life will never be the same again. Right? So stay away from Aviator. Creators of Aviator, you are evil. Would they take me to court for that? They don't watch my videos. They watch Shatawale. Anyway, search engines. So search engine is Google. And then YouTube also behaves like search engine. Okay. If your search engine knows you, I decided to do a project in Ho. So I decided to go and conquer digital footprint in Ho. I don't know whether you wanna. Anybody knows digital footprints? So digital footprint is that when they search DJ in Ghana, there is no way I'll pop up before Boss Paco Rich will pop up. No way. Once the word DJ comes, before whatever they type, he will pop up before me. You understand? When they search water tourism, there's no way I'll pop up before Gloria. Do you understand? When they search land in Ho, see how my own is long. Someone has DJ, someone has water tourism. My own day has to be land in Ho. Long story. Then there's no way some people will pop up before me. You get it? So if you're in this town and you have a business, what business is around? You sell provisions. Someone sells milk for sale in Winneba. There's no way people should pop up before you. So every morning you wake up, I do milk for sale in Winneba. Tomorrow morning, Carnation milk for sale in Winneba. The next day. So the internet algorithm will see that now you, if it is milk, you are the plug. Do you understand me? Fantastic. So that's how you can harness search engines. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. Next slide. When I was young, I decided to do an app, 2016, that people can meet on the app, and then if you are not able to attend the meeting, you can join online and video meeting and all those things. It sounded rubbish those days. And then I was trying to get guys to do it. I was not getting, so I decided to build the app myself. So I started attending a lot of conferences. Those of you who are here, even if you don't do content creation, by the end of this program, your chances of being successful is higher than the people who don't come, because they are busy preparing to become your employees. And by the time I'm done, you would have picked an idea that can give you opportunity to employ them. They said in Ghana, 5 million people are using Momo. I said, how does that concern me? They said 10 million people are on WhatsApp. I said, are they paying us? They should give us money. He said, no, it's not about money. It's about the market size. Do you understand? People understanding me? Or I'm confusing the way they confused me. So this is market size. Remember, I started with market size at the beginning. So these are the number of people. These are global numbers. Okay, so it's billions, billions. When we go further, you see national numbers. You see African numbers. You understand? The market size of Ghana is how much? 30 million people. So if you are making one CD profit, you need to sell to every Ghanaian to be get 30 million. You understand? Which is not possible. But if the market penetration is 1%, if it's market to every Ghanaian, you are getting about 30,000. That means to become a millionaire, you need to have a market size of what? 30 times the population of Ghana. Is it making sense? So you have to work 3 times as hard as Elon Musk to become a millionaire. That's the problem in Africa. Are you understanding the thing? That's why it's easier for a Nigerian to become rich than a Ghanaian. The market size is 5 times. So if he's selling tomatoes, he can become a millionaire 5 times sooner than you. That's why people go to Accra. The population of Accra is 10 times the population of Winneba. So the market is big. And as well, what? It's easier to become poor because the cost of living is bloody. Are we understanding? But the best part of the internet is that you are not losing much. Are we losing much? Great. So one of the things that we'll talk about is social media. Okay, we can go to the next slide. So social media is what we have harnessed the most, usually because it is the easiest. Okay, it doesn't cost you too much money, it doesn't cost you too much time, and it is where a lot of other people also spend their time. Ideally, everybody woke up this morning have scrolled TikTok a few times already. So if you are in TikTok, you are in their face. Okay, so that's what social media literally is. You can read the English if that one is better than mine. You go to the next slide. Now, for the social media platforms, the ones that pay are the ones that we love. Okay? And sometimes how easily they may pay you or how easily you will be discovered. So for me, I love Facebook because Facebook pays me. The platform itself pays me. And then I do sales of other stuff on the platform. I love Facebook. Twitter, or now X, is the worst for me because I'm not troublesome. To prevail on Twitter, you have to be troublesome. You have to be causing problem, literally. Okay. So if you can harness Twitter, that's fine. Instagram is for beautiful girls. Anyway, if your staff are nice, picture sensitive, literally. Okay. You can do stuff on Instagram. So my Instagram is not too interesting. My X is not interesting. But I know people who harness it. So you have to look into it and see. Then LinkedIn. Every student should be on LinkedIn, please. If you want to get a good job, if you are living a professional life, you should be on LinkedIn. Okay, because I got a visitor from LinkedIn who are hosted in Ghana for 1 week and he has come twice. And the average revenue per day when you are hosting people, to be polite, let's say $50 per day. You understand? And you can do this passively. You can do, when you start doing online works, graphic editing and those stuff, you can get jobs on LinkedIn. Do it for people
remotely and just get paid. You get it? So LinkedIn is a very good place if you have a professional career to build. You build personal brand. Okay, personal brand is one of the things you do on social media. By virtue
of the person seeing you on social media, they think you are a big man. I hope you understand it. Okay, next slide. Then YouTube. YouTube is my favorite. That one changed my destiny. It's the most difficult to grow on now. But if you go viral on YouTube, your destiny will never be the same again. I promise you. Okay? Should I explain it? If you make 1 million views on YouTube, the minimum amount you are getting is $1,000. If it is a real estate video and you get 1 million views on YouTube, you will get not less than $5,000. And if your viewers are from the US, you get not less than $15,000. 1 million views. Your destiny will never be the same again. And those people watch a lot of your other videos, they'll call you, they want to buy this, they want to do that, they will treat you like a king. So YouTube is great, it's fun. Snapchat, I'm not on Snapchat because the first time I downloaded Snapchat, it burnt my data. That time, data was very expensive. So I left. But I know people who sell houses and do deals on Snapchat because all the Gen Zs, those people are there. So the new market is there. So if your business is for new markets, you can do Snapchat. I don't. Pinterest, if you are creative and you have nice stuff, you can do Pinterest. I don't. Okay. Then TikTok. I love TikTok. That's why I sell commodities. Easy stuff to sell. It's on TikTok. So it's 8 platforms. You can't do all 8. If I have to recommend, I'll recommend TikTok because it's easiest to grow there. Facebook because it's easiest to make money. YouTube because it's to change your destiny. All the rest are fantastic. And time can change. When Facebook was not paying, we were not too serious with it. When it started paying, we went all out for it. I hope you understand. TikTok is not paying, but because it's easy to grow, we are all on it. YouTube is paying, but because it's so difficult, even me, I don't post so often there. I hope you understand. So times can change. And then the good thing to do is to be on them so that if the opportunity comes, you are well placed to harness it. Right? Fantastic. So now, this as social media use, the percentage of people. Anybody in this room who is not on social media? You get it? So if you want to sell something to people in this room, it's easier to sell it to them through social media than to collect their phone number one after the other. I hope you understand. I hope you understand. Or am I teaching like a teacher? Should I teach like, how else do people teach? Okay, but we are getting an understanding. One of them is the female penetration. Let me tell you, it's easier to sell to women than to sell to men. And it's easier for women to sell than for men to sell. So if you're a woman in this room, you can harness that opportunity. You can do it really right and just sell things clean. Okay? What else is interesting on that data? This is not a data class, but these things tell you that the numbers are huge and the opportunities are great. And if you harness it and you lead from the front, you can become an authority. And once you're an authority or something, when there is any financial reward, you get it first. Next. I love this one. This one is percentage of daily use. Scroll it up a little bit so that the distance. So one of the reasons why YouTube pays the most is that most people watch it. Let me tell you one of the reasons why YouTube pays more. A lot of people in the Western world or modernized world, even in Accra, when you go to Airbnbs, the TV they watch is YouTube and Netflix. My house is YouTube and Netflix. I have not watched GTV in a very long time. Sorry, GTV. I don't watch traditional media. Hope you understand. So I consume YouTube. It's the most consumed social media platform. Do you get it? So when you are there, your market size is what? Bigger. Even if you are preaching on YouTube, your chances of having a bigger church is bigger. How many people know Alpha Hour? If I had asked who is the most followed pastor in this church, you understand? So pastors on YouTube will make more money than pastors who have decided to serve the Lord and experience long suffering so that their glory will be in heaven. So, am I saying something sinful? Okay, I apologize. Are you understanding me? So you can choose to be an account manager in a company and earn 5,000 CDs and retire with 200,000 when you are 60. Your life will not be too bad. Okay? But if you are an account manager on YouTube, you can make another gig of 10,000 CDs once in a while. And if you don't chop that money, within 10 years, it can become 100,000. Are we getting the opportunity we are talking about? And sometimes it doesn't cost you too much. When you are in car going to work or when you are coming back, 1 minute a day. Okay? Is there anybody who have not said anything that is interesting for you yet so that I'll tell you something? All right, next page. I didn't talk about Facebook. Okay, let's go back up. Sorry. I'll try to run out. So Facebook is also doing really well, so it's good. TikTok is slow, but it's the newest among them. It has the highest growth rate. So when you start doing data, growth rate, what's the fastest growing church in the world? Lighthouse. Everywhere there is Lighthouse. How did they do it? They commission everybody as a pastor. So when you do social media, commission all your followers as your followers. You commission them as disciples, okay, so that you can grow faster. Network marketing, chain marketing. You understand? So TikTok has the potential to become the greatest among all these in the next 5 or 10 years. You get it? In China, they use TikTok to pay for goods and services. They have TikTok market. You get it? And TikTok is what is forcing all the rest of them to do shorts and stories and all those things. So they are setting the pace. So they are the next big this thing. So don't take them lightly. Okay? Fantastic. Next slide. This thing is similar story. So Facebook, YouTube, in that order, treat them as such, except for LinkedIn, which, because my generation is not serious in life, the one that I'm born with, the one that came after me, that's really terrible. They are not harnessing LinkedIn. So once you're on LinkedIn, you don't see nonsense. Do you understand? So if by any way you don't like women twerking or you don't like seeing nonsense, but you want to try this social media thing, you do LinkedIn. It's just serious minds that are there. Even the write-ups that you read and the videos that you watch, if you do it consistently for 1 year, your destiny will never be the same again. Okay? So everybody should have a LinkedIn handle before they leave here. Right? I like responses. So, okay. So next one. What do you use social media for? A lot of people use it to chat a friend on social media, get new girlfriends, right? That's the list of things to use social media for. And don't do that. Use social media for business transactions. Okay. At least, and now I cannot even really put a number to it, but I think I do a minimum of 2 transactions a day through one or more of my handles. Every day, we are talking about a minimum of, okay, sometimes I don't get paid, but at least a minimum of, let's say, to be nice, 1,000 CDs a week. Passively, like some old video that I posted, and somebody will call and will go and buy the land, and they'll say, oh, they bought the land, oh, I want to send you thank you, 1,000 CDs asset. Or some new video that I shot, and they are calling the person so much. The person says, oh, I want to say thank you, and they'll send 500 CDs. Chop money. Are you understanding me? So you will be in school and be cashing out. When I was in school, I was selling strings that I was buying 25 CDs for 50 CDs. That same string, this is 10 years ago, that string is now 250 CDs. When I buy 250, I sell it for 500 CDs. So I can make 250 CDs a month. Okay, national service allowance is 750. So that's a third of national service allowance every month. Vacation time, I say pre-order only, free delivery. I get like 3 or 4 sales. I just go and buy it. So I use 2 people's money to buy, and the other 2 people's money is for me to chill from Kumasi to Accra. I travel like a king. I hope you're understanding me. So those are like just tips so that you can get how big the opportunity is. Next one. So the internet and social media provide young people with a range of benefits, opportunities to empower themselves in variety of ways. True or false? Next one. So my generation is always facing their phone. So if you want to collect their money, what do? You'll be on their phone. You can't wave. Nowadays, you can't get a woman's attention by waving at her. Do you remember that adage? I actually met my wife on social media. And I met my second wife on social media. She's happy. Anyway, the next, algorithm. What is algorithm? So these are some words that people use to confuse people in internet meetings. We once sat in a website meeting and the IT guys were just using words to confuse us. So we had to calm down. This one, what does it mean? This one, what does it mean? And so this one is $100, this one is $500. By the time we're done, they are charged us $2,000 by using words of things that could have been free. Say, hey, we'll give you $200 and then you do it for us. So if you don't know this word, sometimes you fall victim, right? So algorithm is like the god of social media. It is the thing that chooses to bless or curse you, literally. But what does it do? It just studies your video and the consumption of people. So if people like watching your video, it shows it to more people. If people don't like watching your video, it kills it. If your video is about Winneba, it shows it to people at Winneba. If your video is about land, it shows it to people who want land. If your video is about music, it shows it to music lovers. If your video is about makeup, it shows it to women. Makeup videos don't show on my feed. Do you understand? And if your video is about what? Nonsense, it shows to nonsense people. If your video is intellectual talk, it shows to intellectuals. If your video is about Christianity, it shows to Christians. Do you understand? This is one of the things that makes people to preach that you practice some level of consistency on social media so that you don't confuse the algorithm. Because if you confuse the algorithm, it will curse you, literally. What will it do? People watch your video, they don't watch it for long, they just flip. So the algorithm will think your video is not interesting. It will literally kill it. It will not show it to anybody again. So make the algorithm your friend. How do you make the algorithm your friend? Make sure that you are serving your viewers. Okay? So you decide who your viewers are and you serve them. Next, the other things, okay, let's campaign. Campaign is when you decide to market something aggressively on social media. Sometimes it can be paid, sometimes it can be free. Clickbait is the sin of social media. You do something so that people may click. Now, everybody's social media status, there's a woman doing like lifting the butt up so that you click, so that they get paid. It's a sin. Creator economy is how we make money on social media. There are a lot of them which I'll show you. Community management or engagement is what we are doing now. All of you have to be my friends and follow me on social media so that if I'm looking for land in social on Uniba, it's easy for me to find. And when I come and build, it's easy for me to sell. You have to be rich so that you can buy my houses. Do you understand? Please don't be poor. The influencing is like what I did for Aviator. I'm telling people not to do Aviator. It's a sin. So I've seen them falling short of the glory. Please forgive me. Influencing is telling people to do the good stuff, like what we have been doing for Pizza City. Thank you for the pizza. It's the best in the world. I ordered for another one. And Max Bite, fantastic Friday and yesterday. What am I doing? All of you have to eat some today. Oh. Are you getting it? So I'm influencing you, right? I'm influencing you to be rich when you grow, right? I'm telling you to work hard. Have I told you to work hard? Fantastic. The meme is like if you have a picture of me, it's funny, right? So meme is like funny stuff on social media, but sometimes people call it meme. It might not be a funny thing, but it's like those funny stuff that you have on social media. Content moderation is social media trying to make sure that people don't take advantage of the system and do stuff that may not be ethical, right? Organic content is when you get people to view you without paying for it. It's hard, but it's the best. Paid or sponsored content is when you pay so that it pops up on people's phone. And I run ads for people for a charge, you know, like they want to sell something, they have ad budget, 5,000. I say, give me 500 cedis, I run the ad for you. If you don't get click, don't call me again. But if you get click, I charge you, right? So you can master that. You can actually just be an ads manager expert, Facebook ads manager, and be making good money. You don't have to do all the other ones. Do you get me? Fantastic. Trending of viral video. If your video trends, your destiny will never be the same again. I'm very sure about that one. Okay. So, but there's another issue, question of how to make a trending and viral video. I am sorry to tell you that I have not cracked that code yet. If I knew it, I would have been popular and all over the world. But there are sentences of a trending and viral video. There are videos that when people watch, they will have to comment on it, they will have to send it to someone, they will have to download it, they will have to watch it again. If you can find that video and make it, your destiny will never be the same again. Then true. Have I told anybody so far? I like to tease people, like it's just one of my talents, teasing people. There's someone who has become great in Ghana through that. What's his name? Oh, one of my friends. Is that? Bongo ideas. He makes a living through trolling. And now he's getting good money. Like, Bongo has become a rich guy. I'm like, wow, why did I follow this guy? Then vlogger is all of us. Blogger is someone who writes content on internet. It used to be websites and web blogs and this, but now social media has joined. Okay, a vlogger is someone who makes videos on internet. So it's just the blogger thing that has been. The reason why this thing is becoming interesting is that there are human beings like me who don't read, and I know a lot of you are like that, which is bad. So what do? You like to watch videos instead, right? So if your content, whatever that you have written, instead of writing a book, I've not written a book before, but I have 2 video series and tons of videos. So if they give you an advice to write a book about something, and if you are like me that I don't like writing, start creating videos about it. Because the next generation, they don't read. So if you want to sell to them, you are wasting your time writing. Okay? Fantastic. Okay, that's another long English. Let's read it together. We know how important social media is getting into our business, connecting us with customers, but it is good for more than those connections. Utilizing the internet and social media platforms is profitable, involves developing a strategic approach and maximizing your online presence to achieve your goals. So that comes with personal brand. Okay, when people see you, they should know that this is you, right? And then you can get some good privileges. Like people are not treating me nice in this town at all. If it was in my hometown, people would have been saying, "Oh, come and make video for me, come and do that." Then I'll be feeling good. And so I'm busy tomorrow, so I'll buy you food. I'm like, "Oh wow," you get it. So you can have a bigger album. I was telling someone yesterday that I have a big problem in life. My destiny helpers think I'm rich, so they are not helping me. They're like, as for you, I cannot pay. I said, well, just give me food. I like food. You get it? Am I making sense at all? And sometimes you can even just charge that guy for taking pictures of your slides. 20 cedis, free money. So you owe me 20 cedis. Sometimes I say it like joke, but it's real. Oh. So if you want to be successful on social media, define your goal. Who do I want to reach out to? Rich people who want to buy land and stuff. Okay? That's one problem about my niche. They are not plenty. It's just 1% of the world that is rich. Okay, so I might not become very. But the next thing for me to do is to keep them watching, which you cannot do easily by sharing dry information. That's why I crack a lot of jokes, because when people are feeling sleepy and crack a joke, they come back. You understand? So you decide who you want to sell to. Okay, is it women? Is it men? Is it old people? Is it young people? Is it rich people? Is it anybody? Is it people in Ghana? Like my niche, most of my business comes from people abroad. Why? Ghanaians. Or people abroad who want to come to Ghana. Do you understand? So let me show you one of my secrets. This is not like, how is this thing called? This is not some traditional spiritual something. But Caribbeans and people abroad, when they see in their neck, they're like, oh, Africa, I like your chain. I'm like, oh, I'll give you one. And there is a lot in my car. I give them one. I'm like, oh, wow, he gave me a gift. Then when they are leaving, they also want to give me a gift. They're like, this is just $100. I know it's not much, but you can just take it. Something that I bought for 20 cedis, you are giving me $100 for it. I love my job. All right. So are you understanding? So depending on who you want to reach out to, you know them, you listen to them, you read their comments, you create valuable content for them, stuff they like, stuff they want. Okay. You use hashtags strategically, you jump trends, right? And all the good stuff. Let's go to the next slide. I think my time is up. MC, do I still have enough time? Fantastic. So I have to round up quickly because there are a lot of things that the other team will be talking about. So know when to post. The best time to post in Ghana is in the morning before work starts and in the evening after work is done. But if your audience are in US, the best time to post is between 4 to 8 o'clock. Okay, because by that time they are awake. Right? PM, 4 to 8 p.m. 4 to 8 p.m. in Ghana is like 12 to 5 p.m. in the US. Okay, that kind of stuff. The next, but you can experiment and see what is working for you. So this, I've said this one already, and depending on your niche, some niches do well on weekends. If it's entertainment, to do well on weekends. If it is serious-minded stuff, people can listen to it during the day, even at work. Okay, so those stuff. Now, how to make cash from social media. My boss will be talking about that, but let me just show you a few that I've done since it is here. So Google AdSense pays me. Yeah, this month I got paid. Google AdSense is what pays YouTubers. Okay. Then Amazon Kindle. I have my father's book on Amazon Kindle. Anytime it sells, I get paid. My father's book. I'm collecting the money. Seller. That's where I listed my base lessons. So anytime somebody accesses through Seller, I get paid. Seller used to be one of the easiest places to do e-commerce, but now they want to collect money before you post. In Ghana, we don't like to pay. Okay. When you start making money on social media, or if you want to, don't pay for anything to start. Okay, at least to start, don't pay for. When you know inside and you become, then you can begin to pay for pro editors, pro this, pro that. Then now the chances of you being ripped off is high. You get sometimes you subscribe for the thing, you don't even use it. Okay, so just start, then you figure that one out. Then go fund me. We make money like funding stuff for people. You get money. Next, so these are the different ways I make money. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Assuming you are making money from 10 places. Google Ads, AdSense, it pays me on YouTube almost every month. Some people can make really good money there. I don't make too much through Google Ads, but it's one of the funniest. My best is commission and referrals. I'm making not less than 1,000, 2,000 passively anytime that a sales goes through because I'm selling houses and lands. Okay, so depending on the product you are selling, the commission you can get. If the product is smaller, you can get up to 10% commission, 5% commission. Lands and houses, we are doing like 1, 2, 3%. But imagine the property is $70,000, so 3% is nice, right? So you can sell land in Winneba, you make money. The business sales, I have my own products that I sell, so I make money doing that. Personal branding. So now people think you are a big man. If you meet them, they can't let you go like that. So they have to respect your time and they have to treat you nicely. And you can just mark up some prices. Like I don't do drawings myself. So you pay me, I get my boys to do the drawing, I review it, I do all the stuff, I get money. Do you get it? So I get paid. Then donation. People fund a lot of the things that I do. So I meet someone, so let's buy her a phone. They send the money, buy the phone, do car, and I'm still posting it. So it's building my personal brand, but someone is funding it. Do you understand? I made a lot of money through that one last year. And then 10 content is sellable art. That's like the lessons and stuff that I have a real estate master class. You give me money, I send you the link. It's supposed to be free, but if you ask me for it, I charge you. Then I become a consultant. Usually, when we have to market a business, you go there and you realize that how things are, even when you get them people to come and buy, they'll bounce back. Okay, maybe customer service is not good, maybe the product is not nice, maybe the place is not good. So you now you fix the business itself. Okay, you consult for them, you help them put things in a better place at a charge before you now do the advert for them at another charge. Do you get it? You can make good money through that. Then brand partnership. Those ones are for the bosses in the industry. They make so much money through it. I've not really done a brand partnership before. Then public appearance. People will literally just pay you to turn up. Okay. Or when you turn up and you're going, they need to give you transport. So these are some of the biggest and highest earning YouTubers in Africa. We are looking at 4 million, $85,000, $600,000. These are the biggest. Okay. Ghana is $200,000. Rack Ghana. Nobody knows that channel, but it's a Ghanaian one. The problem about Ghana is that most of the big Ghanaian handles, their nation, the country part is not Ghana. So that's why you not see them. But I have people who make a lot more than that. Next. Okay, so this is a piece of unsolicited advice. Building a strong, profitable online presence on social media takes consistent effort. Please, if you create a handle tomorrow, you will not become rich next week. I promise you. Okay? But if you can be consistent, then your chances are high. Okay? For some of us, it's taking 10 years. Some people, it takes 1 year. But I tell you that the people who do it in a shorter time, they have done a lot of preparation offline. I hope you understand me. So now you just give them the eyeballs and then they go. Next. Right, some of the mistakes we made. Let me share this one because a lot of people suffer from it. You niche down too soon. You cannot start and say, as for me, I want to only sell milk on social media. What if people are not drinking milk in the area? You understand? So when you start, do everything some that you can do and try to harness it. I hope you get it. Then created multiple channels. Today you want to sell milk in Winneba. Tomorrow you decide to What else do people do? You want to drive taxi in Winneba. Every day you have a new idea, you create a new platform. You are sprinkling your things sparingly. It's a sin. Okay? Then what? That word is not correct. It's vlog my passion. When my personal brand picked the first time, it picked for music videos. So I changed the whole channel into the music business, Groove Hub. It was nice then. The money I was making was not too interesting. My passion fulfilled, my pocket empty. Nobody cares about your passion. Okay? Vlog other people's passion because it's their money you are collecting. Do you get me? Develop passion in what space? Please, what is there that people do that is not very profitable? I wish I can remember something like that. Develop passion in medicine. Develop passion in finance. Develop passion in sports and entertainment. Develop passion in things that pay. How will you go and develop passion in? I can't even remember something with that. Like the thing doesn't make money, and you think your story will be different. Like someone asked me, why is it that I'm no longer playing guitar? I said, if I'm playing guitar, I cannot feed my family. So, but you can do it differently and you can be creative. I said, hey, me that I have a studio and I have 25,000 followers on YouTube. How differently can I do it? You understand? I didn't blow. I didn't meet Boss Paco Rich early enough. Do you get it? It's tougher. Whilst you can do something that is more exciting and boom, you are gone. Okay? Then what? Like some people want to travel and make travel videos in Dubai. You don't have visa. You don't even have passport. You get me? Then demonetize. I had a problem. I realized that the ads that were showing on my video, I don't like them, so I just demonetized. It's not my business. Do you get it? Because everybody is watching their own ads on their handles. You get it? So don't do that mistake. Just go with the flow. Then solo to switch. If you are doing something and the thing is not working and you see something else that is working, move. Don't try to raise the dead. Okay? Then no consistency. You post once in a blue moon when you feel like you will not blow. Like right now, there is really difficult. Our time posting once a week can make you blow. But now you have, I know people who are doing 10, 20 videos a day. You get it. So if you really want to blow, it's very difficult. At least in Accra. I don't know about Winneba yet. So it's easier to pick up from here. You get it. And then, which other mistakes do people make? You tell us later on. And then don't buy subscribers and views. It's a sin. Okay? Don't buy subscribers and views. Don't buy handles and those things. Because usually when you do it, those people, they don't come because they like you, they love you, they don't like your handle. So when the algorithm shows the videos to them, they will not watch. And when they don't watch, the algorithm will punish you. Right? Okay. Business and professional opportunity. Great opportunity ahead. I've spoken about all this stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, we can do better than this. Yes, this is an insightful presentation, and I do believe that most of us do have some questions to be asked. So I'll humbly ask that you put them down. Around the closing period, there will be a session dedicated for questions and answers so that you do justice to that for us. All right. We do also have another session and the second facilitator to handle this for us. His name is Mr. Richmond Poco, but he's popularly known as DJ Paco Rich. Without wasting much time, I would like us to humbly welcome with a round of applause DJ Paco Rich. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning, and I think it's afternoon, right? Who is following me here? Oh, and then if you are not following me, then what's my business here? Charlie, I want to see that follow right now. So pick up your phone and let's do that business. I'm waiting. Oh. Are we done? Anyway, I'm sure most of you know me on social media, and then most of my communication is in Fanti. And then there is a purpose for that. And so forgive me if I would have to, bring my local dialect in there. Brofanamente, inti, I feel so comfortable speaking Fanti. But I'm a America Fanti, so we end up speaking Brofo. And that's very common with Fanti people. And so I'm sure we can manage that. Okay? All right. Forgive me, I'm a Ramande from 3 days ago because I'm fighting for Ghana. We have a battle or a scores to settle with Zambia. And so I've been spending all my precious time online fighting Zambia. And I can tell you, we are winning. We are winning. Who is on Facebook here? I want you to go to my wall and then watch the last video that I posted. You can come here and let's do some experiments. Make you know, brother. I better come. What be the last video where you did it?
I think the network is fucked.
Your network they mess up. Okay.
My social media page is £1 million.
Okay. So I want to show you something so that you can tell everybody here. This is the stats of people where they watch my video. So it be which country they lead.
Ghana. Ghana.
No, I think this is maybe a minute. Yeah, this is the current updated one. Yeah. So which country they lead?
Zambia.
And with how many percentage?
64.4%.
Yeah. So I'm in Ghana, but the number of people where they watch my video, almost about 64% of them, they are from Zambia. How is that possible? Obi one idea how you can achieve that? Any idea? Okay. Anybody else? Mike in Oyawana. Do we have only one microphone? Let's go. Okay. All right. So, in relation to this unnecessary thing, somebody might call Zambia and Ghana, they are fighting. What would I gain from that? Obi won idea, what would I gain from fighting for Ghana and Zambia over they mocking our president for wearing fugu? What do I stand to gain? Views. And what would the views, turn into? Okay. So I think the topic they actually gave me was creating content that builds influence, customers, and income. And this is a very practical example. I'm not a theory person. That's why I then come with slides and presentations. I want to do things practically. So content creating that builds influence, customers, and income. As at now, if there is anybody in Matakari business or Fugu business in Ghana, and I work to the person with this data that I can sell your fugu for you, will the person be convinced? Because every conversation going on, I'm part of it, and I'm actually leading. And one guy made a very funny post saying that Paco Rich is also a summer on Trado. You understand? It simply means that when you are doing these things, you need to be consistent in what you're doing, okay? So I just wanted to, connect the whole conversation to the recent happenings. But now let's go. Creating content that attracts attention. Good content doesn't beg for attention. When your content is good, you actually don't have to share it to people that, Charlie, go and like my post, go and comment under my post and all those things. I'm one of the guys that when I do videos, I don't even tag people. One very good example is Kofi Kinata. I discovered that this young man is doing something right. He's doing good music. I know him from the past though, but then I sat down and realized that how do I tap into this guy's good works? Because there is no way I can walk to him and tell him that, Kenata, I want to work with you. He already has his team. So from afar, you would have to prove yourself for him to know that, no, pardon, Obotumaya. So I started picking up his songs and I was reacting to it. You understand? And then first one, it was average. Second one, it went. Then I started getting the attention. You know the reason? I realized that the guy is a fancy guy. I speak fancy. Now, there are some section of people in Ghana, like Otumfu, for instance. He likes Kofi Kinata's song. But probably there are some words Nana Otumfu on Tasi. And we have a lot of them. There are other Voltarians, there are other people from the north and all these people, even outside Ghana, even Nigerians. And so I would take Kofi Kinata's song, break it down, allow people to understand what the young man is saying. And sometimes the breakdowns that you do, it goes even viral than the real songs. You understand? And so, because his content was good and what I was doing was also good, I wasn't really begging for attention. He had a huge fan base somewhere. And they were all consuming my content. As of now, when I go to Takrade, I'm surprised. But when I'm on the street, Paco Rich, Paco Rich, Paco Rich. And I'm not from Takrade. A lot of them feel like people actually think I live in Takrade because of Kofi Kinata and the content that I do for him. I've been living in Accra for the past 15 years. You understand? And so if you really want to make money, good income, and have good customers and influence, you should make good content and you will never beg for attention. And you will all agree with me that Kofi Kinata does good stuffs. So once in a while, you might not have the numbers, but tap into people who have the numbers, find exactly what they are doing and find a service you can do. And I'll tell you out of that, there is something a lot of you don't know about me. I'm a broadcast engineer. Most of the TV stations and the radio stations you've been watching, I'm part of the teams that build them. I worked on Asasi Radio, Xylophone TV. I personally built it from scratch. You understand? And so I'm also into the broadcasting business. And look at the connection. When I started doing stuff for Kofi Kinata, he was already working with a media team. They used to cover his Made in Tardy. But then Kofi Kinata came to me and told me, Paco, no, I want you to take charge. Every year, you are the one doing the production for Made in Tadi. And that pays very well. Sometimes last year, me, I'll mention the money. December, Kofi Kinata paid me 50,000 for 2 concerts, Made in Tadi and then the corporate version in Accra. You understand? So indirectly, I'm not getting my money from the YouTube or the Facebook and all that, but because of the services that I'm rendering to him, he saw the other part of me and he gave me business to do. I don't know if I'm making some sense. So if somebody is selling Etzel close to you and you think woman on only online until you can't actually make any money from here, you are lying. You can actually make money from that woman doing some small business around you. Just find an opportunity and tap into it. Nyimpan onhu there roboana also by associating a branding with you one time. So let's take note of that. And let me also touch on this. The kind of content that attracts attention. It should be something people can relate to. You understand? Last year I did something. I realized that most of the people following me were the fancy people and those kind of stuff. So I embarked on visiting every town when they have their festival. And festival is a big deal. I don't know who saw me at Winneba. Yeah, last year I was here. And I was doing interviews, exciting interviews, cracking jokes and all that. You understand? So make sure that the kind of content that you create, people can relate to. Me, boy, I'm a fan of my office. And me, if I employ you, I tell you that you can also do something for yourself whilst you are working for me. Because I know definitely, if you find out the amount of money I'm making when you're baby, and you want to share with me, I only pay you what we've agreed on. But he was I'm not discouraging anybody, but he was in my office and he was doing paintings. My man is kept on fan, or tablet. No, the paintings or draw abstract things. That is a big deal. Ekwa brochure. Obi botuma ayade bi sketches bi. Obi bought millions of CDs. But as young boy surviving, you can't break through with that style now. So you would have to invest in things that people can actually relate to. Minim obi a when wunda Ghana obi ato artwork $1 million waha. You understand? Ibinum to. But to a minimum man is can I was expecting him to get a laptop, non-fun creative content. But he felt there that my drawings bina no year it would pay him. Oh yeah, I bear 1 year, 2 years. Obi ampom bisa nabo. You understand? Not even Obi Bakacho there. Ni birthday draw na ma man. Because what you are drawing in on saying pampo be abstract, something that the ordinary mind cannot relate to. You understand? So in all things that you do, make sure that you create content that people can relate to. So Riniba, you know that Riniba fancy is a big deal here. I'm yet to see somebody in Riniba wakatsina obia opam fancy atalon. Na onyanyem panere how the costume is being made. I don't know why obi Riniba onye. So obi ayaza, right? Yeah. And then some of these things, when you do the people around you, When we need a big deal. That's one thing which is very discouraging. Sometimes the people around you won't when and the fans are telling so about that also. Data even if you send a link to them, they will tell you that send them a credit and I'm phone share. You understand? But do it. There are people out there who be that or a big deal, man. Then keep pushing. The next thing also I know what do you should be consistent apart from doing relatable things. And make sure that as an area or your solution to somebody, like it gives somebody solution. I don't know, say the American what I say. Yeah, as an other on fan for Subia and Bobia, who wants to follow? Nah, won't follow. There was something that I did. I started saying, and I focused on real moments and then events. I don't know if Obi and Wumi videos be but all be lie, be set up. Yes. I'll just wait. An issue comes up. And moment one, me pasam sumusrasam. Like I can tell you, I'm the guy, sir. Bongo ideas. Onyim trolling chain. Never. Obi onyim bia will tell you that bongo ideas can never do proper trolling than me because one, naturally, I have that comic mind, and I'm a creator, me a video professional video editor, me a graphics person. So if I'm trolling you, it is not just by words, but visual things that will make you feel the heat. Today, as I'm here for Azi, I wanted to scare them. So I designed a flyer and I'm a passing message in more one day. Are you guys ready for this? Because Ghana, yeah, well, Ghana online army, apart from the regular Ghana army we have. And when you see the flyer, you actually think that I am quite an American, but all be lie. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sorry, I didn't. So let me take it around. This is how it looks like. That this is Ghana Online Army. And our job is to deal with anybody that tries to destabilize the peace Ghana have online. You understand? So I created this. And when you see the graphics, how does it look like? It looks like, Charlie, these people, they really mean business. Into one person, and China, and I have comments on my poster. If you know about Ghana, we are sorry. I think we touched the wrong country and all that. My second point will be growing visibility as a youth or business brand. Visibility is not about going viral once. It's about showing up repeatedly and being remembered. When we talk about viral videos, I don't even take pride in it. Because recently I did some video about MTN. I don't know, so being here. And there was this scammer, this Momo scammer maybe. Me was a guy in a frame. He called me that, oh, boss, you've won a loyal customer package. And so we would have to take you through some conversations so that you can redeem your package. Immediately he called, I knew that the guy was lying. But then me, I'm always ready for content. Into our friend, I'm connected. My phone at the man. I have a studio at home. Me connected. Output in the man. A video mixer. Then we started a conversation. Also, I'm a lawyer customer. na ɔyɛ odu me birthday biara MTN was send them sika. Na me so they don't send me money, but I was send them airtime. Na me also oh yeah, oh true. And also, but this year no, we better walk a step forward. So they want to give me a 32-inch TV and some amount of money. This. Oh, okay. And I was playing along. I said, oh, that is good. That is impressive because I knew that that guy is giving me content. So I have to have the time for him. Menyana kasa ya odu stage bi no so. One or calculator wa ha. Obi wa calculator woni phone do. Yeah. Ombo calculator na mencha wa na aza na opedo yi. Oh ha na guy ne so yeah we new year this is 2026. And because of that in MTN one model now wapede what the promotion you would have to enter 2026 on your calculator. Obimbwamam 2026. And also enter the last 4 digits of your phone number. Fa count plus. So 2026 plus your last 4 digits. And Orien Ose on pede Metsi Obeti me mobile pin norman into I should keep that one to myself. Because before I buy from Neze, on your last 4 normal, on him 2026. Inti or the Momo pinning or the backer that me 2026, my last 4 norman in a Momo pinning. Or you not see me mumbo answer no man. Inti I don't know if you can experiment with somebody. Obi botuma abo answer na mama. 2026, your last 4 number and your PIN code. What's the answer? Abo, what's the answer? Obi answered Obobo, right? Because technically, say, until 2026 in the film, until last 4 numbers in the film, he knows your PIN. And then, Obo. So I went through that process with him. I gave him a wrong PIN. And this guy told me, hey, boss, I didn't know sir. We have a block. You will not normally see. And you see these people, as I was friend about, they don't get patience. So they can't steal you. But the guy is aggressive. So I realized that this is an opportunity to create content. And so I recorded the whole process. And usually the ending ends up with, excuse me to say, oh, my manager and all those things. Because these people, when they want to steal from you and they don't get you, they'll come and insult. We are buapa. And me too, I'm a very raw guy. I'm a showby because me a coastal boy. And I'm a shana aroba on Sushama aroba. But at the end of the day, he lost. Me and the content, me putting it together. And I'm also told from YouTube, TikTok, and big men, even MTN, their meetings, they were sharing the video. But I made one mistake. But one way or the other, no mistake. These big brands, if you are doing something and you speak against them, they will never work with you. I didn't speak against them, but I'm somebody that I believe in the truth. So I don't like to be a loyal person to a particular brand. So I told them that MTN, why there? Anytime that we have money on our phones, these criminals will have a clue and they will start these gimmicks. There are insiders within your office and you people need to work towards that. And I have somebody who works with MTN. He said that part they were unhappy with it. If not that, they would have engaged me to be doing some campaign for them. But the truth is, do I care about them? No. Because may our audience be out there. Now they feel like, now this is our man. He saved us. And at a point, people were coming to me. DJ, the people some call me on. The people some call me on. And they were giving me different models. And I started using that as content too. You understand? And so you should always make sure that your content have this solution that people can actually follow on. And once they are able to work with that, they will always be with you. When you baby are call. There is something I also want to talk about. It. Oh yeah, I'll be pede or start this kind of content creation and blogging app. They think they need so much. From the beginning on, it goes like, I want a camera, I want a microphone, I want this, and I want that. You see the Madi small your bomb. It's Holy Land. It will cost around 2,000 to 3,000 there. You understand? You're about to start a business. When you tell your parents there, damn, pedam got a microphone, if your parent is not somebody that really understand what is going on, or your boyfriend or your husband, they're not going to mind you. You understand? So you should always know that this phone you are holding, this is a media house. This phone can compete with our Dome TV, can compete with our Dome FM, with Peace FM online. This is a full media house. It doesn't matter if it's iPhone 15, 16, all that, because I used to work with Nam1. Men's God custom maybe and he has it. And then when his issues came up, I had a picture with him. In one of our meetings, I hugged him and we had that picture. Until when he was arrested in Dubai and he was released, I know me win. So I decided to post that picture that welcome back, boss. And that picture went viral on my page. Everybody, Mohan, Peace FM, Basha the Peace FM, Wafa, we post UTV, all these media houses. Without even cross-checking there, or you're solid and there, or you're fake news. And well, to me, it wasn't a fake news because my boss, watching that to me we're releasing. Me posting a picture there, welcome boss. But Basha, UTV in our show, xylophone staff, Paco Rich receives his boss at Ghana airport. Oh, yeah, no, they are lying. But because of the power of this phone, it went viral. Videos in Bitcoin and all that. Boko YouTube, be a for picture. Especially, these Kumasi people, chief, be. Ebusiafo, who subscribe here, subscribe. I said that okay. Who subscribe here, subscribe. Na mwana banana Brent here back where Fred Paco Rich. Mia many me who say Paco Rich, then I'm one. And I'm kotokai. Akoshisam poto. You understand? And so the phone is a media house. Sometimes when you are walking, there are things that you see, these are gold, or a gold, you can turn it into money, but if you don't in your camera and sana, it's aye. Last week, me try video, I'm yet to post it, but I'm sure people can relate to it, and it will make sense. Boss, na backers or video no much. Sir, yeah, I want you to come and look at this video. So what is in the video?
A casket. Several ones of them, about 10 caskets.
Yeah. So let me just a minute. So this is, let me use the plain word, Ifundaka coffin. I saw it. Sisi shop in him. And then it was just there. Then something came in mind that this is something people would love to have conversation around. Obi our shop biya no ton biya opuna. They will take the staffs, even when I worked on car ties and wonder with the chain. was a chaining, minerals, they pack it back home, spare parts, they will take everything back into the shop. But how come the one that is selling coffin and caskets, open also, Jamusiwa, the coffin is there. One about too much, why? Nyimpan coffin on from inside no this wo. Obi one idea. Yeah. Exactly. But trust me, but to my father can. And you know, these coffins are expensive. Some are like 5,000, 6,000. You understand? But Zoton phone, let's say phone here, like the phone is like 2,000. When they close, they will take the phone into the shop and lock it. But the casket that is like 10,000, they will leave it outdoor. And then nobody will touch it. You understand? I realize this is something moral wise, and people can have a conversation around it that people fear to die. You understand? People are scared about things related to death. And so this man would always take advantage of them. Trust me, if I was that man, Samupune Juma, you know where I'll keep my money? I'll keep it in that casket. It will be there for a whole year. Canada. You understand? And I'm sure this is a conversation that everybody will love to listen to. So sometimes when you are walking and you see things, and I'm not saying that when you see things when somebody is bathing, you so gay, you know to surprise, it's a butcher. That one, you have some judge to face. You understand? But I mean sensible things, things that people, few things around us. You understand? Few things around us. It could, help you make income, make customers and all that. Okay, so turning your content into opportunities and income. How do you do that? Obi one idea. How can you turn your content into opportunities and income? For how long have you been practicing? Rasta, Elombini. For how long have you been practicing? Every month. No, like for how long have you been doing? Like 2 years or almost a year? And so far, how much have you made out of that?
So on TikTok itself, a little, but then with the ads and stuff, yeah, I can't disclose, but it's coming small.
Who's can get and us, you can't disclose. Okay, no, people wouldn't be discouraged. Now let me take you through this journey. When I started, I was having fun. And even now, I don't see myself as a serious content creator or blogger. I see it as a lifestyle. It's a personal fulfillment. And so my first channel was created for a skit. So there was this friend of mine, Oye Obroni, very fat Obroni. So when I tell you somebody is fat, Miss Obi a fat, you should know that he's really huge. His name is Obroni Kodronino. I don't know if you've come across him. He speaks fancy. He's a white guy, but he speaks deep fancy. So they used to have this hotel at Briwa. So I went there and we were having a conversation. I said, Nino, we can do something. Let's do it. And I started seeing skits. The first one was about marriage list. How African fathers would give you a different list if they realize that you are from abroad and are there Bruni. And skits on that. Boom. It went viral. I didn't even know that I have to monetize my video. And so I went to pick Oforan Princess song. So because I was thinking from the creative person's point of view. But then we uploaded the video and there was a video claim from Oforan Princess team. I didn't even know. The video was clocking thousands and all that. No, recall. But the video that I made, with all efforts and money and all that, Oforan Princess was making the money. It wasn't me. I don't know if you people understand. I featured this man, Pa George, because I believed in creating content that people can relate to. So I called Pa George that Papa ya skit TV, so massive and all that, and we did it. But when we uploaded the video, UTV, they were showing it, and I was happy. One caption, but then I didn't understand what I was doing. So UTV, yeah, Charlie, Pakwa hito. What you video or UTV? What you video or UTV? But they were supposed to pay me, or we should have an agreement that, young man, we want to show your video. We don't have money to pay you. Then I'll tell you that, okay, then give me airtime. Do you know what I do with the airtime? If I'm an airtime, 1 hour or I can walk to maybe Lucky Herbal and tell Lucky Herbal that, Lucky Herbal, I can get your advert on UTV. Last time, it was 20,000, but give me 10,000. I'll put your advert on UTV. You understand? Now I walk to UTV and tell them that we have an agreement, and I have 1 hour airtime here. They have no choice to put my video on, but I didn't know by then. So we're born free. Oforan Princess also took my money, but he's right. I used his music without his permission, and so they also claimed. Now the second video was a girl and the same white guy going to a restaurant and they were eating. And that's one too. The Brony was eating fufu with his hand, and the girl was trying to use cutlery sets, and it wasn't going well. And then we ended with Michael Jackson, black and white. That one to Michael Jackson, and people claim him. But the views were up. You understand? And those things kept on repeating. But all this time, and I didn't know that it was a mistake. So some of you, when you are doing content, you think this song is nice, and you may all trend. Like this song they call Papa Ute, Papa Ute. Then you go and put it under your song, and you go and upload it on YouTube. You are working for that guy. You are not working for yourself. There's no way you make money out of that. You understand? And so we have something we call original content. When you are creating original content, make sure that every element in the video is yours. Every element. Sometimes these white people, they are very smart. They can do this beautiful sound. It's this one they fits my video. Then you put it in. In the beginning, one person. After one video name your views by 10,000, 20,000, and they will claim every revenue you are making. There are other people they are kind. Like Bernard Boy is a Kiss Daniel. He was very kind to me. I reacted to his song, and there was something we call shared revenue. He shared the revenue with me because he saw me as a collaborator. But there are some people, so to avoid these things, and when you are creating your content, and music is also a very integral part of content creation. You see, there are some movies when you are watching, especially horror movies. When there is no sound, it's not scary. But once you put the volume on and you hear, in a way, Marshall. So there are certain contents you need songs to drive them. And you should be very strategic about it. I'll tell you some cheats, some ways that you can actually use some songs. Even though their songs are being monetized and all that, but there are some bad boy tricks you can use, and I'm going to teach you for free. You can sometimes speed up the song from the normal tempo. So if the song plays like in a low tempo, you speed it up like let's say 80%. It wouldn't make sense to your viewers, but to you, your pocket, it will make sense. So sometimes you need to do those things. And sometimes too, you can distort some music. When I came to Winnipeg to do the festival coverage, I realized when I was doing my interview, some people were playing songs at the background. You understand? You are done doing the interview. The content is rich, how do you deal with this? You understand? So I started reading, and then I know about it already though, because I have a background as a DJ. There is something we call stems. And then stems is being used by musicians these days. When they want to play live band, they take their original songs and the stems will divide the whole song into parts. So you can decide to put guitar on. You can put bass on, take vocals off, do this, do that, do this. So I just took the content and I used terms on it. I took the songs out and I was left with the vocals. Now I posted it and there was no copyright claim. You understand? So these are some of the things you should do after working so hard, because it really depends. Say you go do content, then you post it, the views are up there and you are not making anything. It doesn't make sense. You understand? I also share one thing with you. I am not powerful on YouTube in Ghana. I'm not powerful. When you go to YouTube, Ghana, YouTube, I'm not performing well at all. But when you go to Nigeria, I'm performing very well. I'll show you how I made that breakthrough. You remember about the Obroni Kojo issue I was talking to you about? At a point, that guy, when he had fame, he went to do something which I was unhappy with it. You know, there was this guy trying to do some fraud in Yamanyamebi. And Okopozi as Obroni bi ofia brochiraba. It was a land issue and something be like that. And me, I'm very careful about police in a court or something, because I'm always careful. And so when I realized he's done that, I decided to terminate the contract I have with him, because who remembers Shaka Zulu? That guy went to do some robbery and later went to shoot a music video for 4x4. And the person that he went to rob and saw him in the music video and they picked him up. And so I felt somebody that I'm creating content with, and then he's involving himself in these things, I have to, to protect my brand. So then afterwards, I said, what am I going to do with this channel? Then I called the lady that's Charlie. I have a man news for my channel no way. And she said, okay, how much are you going to pay me? We agreed on a term. She said she wanted a phone. I bought the phone for her. But then the challenge was, when issues come up and I call her, Charlie, do this story. Me wa chromo issue ni by Friday. Then she'll tell me that Metunyai and a Monday. By then it's dead. So I was forced to do my own thing. And first, let me be an indoor person, so I don't want to speak. And I'm a technical person. And it's very hard to find technical people that speak. You understand? But I said, nah. I said, Mama, I'm in Yamade. Because the channel is monetized. And I'm started a Mary. So I interviewed one colleague of mine, and he made a statement that I think we were talking about Ghana and Nigeria music, and he said a particular DJ was a fool if he should play Nigerian songs. But we were speaking Tree. He was speaking Tree, I was speaking Fanti. And we posted a video on YouTube, and I saw a lot of Nigerians coming into the comment section. Speak English, speak English. Want to understand what you are saying? We know you people, speak English, speak English. So one Nigerian who lives in Ghana, who can speak, she came to explain, and they started bashing me. But then I sat there and said, they are bashing me, but the video too is going on. So do I stop what I'm doing or I should move on? I said, nah, what kind of cry? I'm here anymore. Then I called a friend in Germany. Then I told him that let's do this provoking interview. And in the interview, the guy said that Nigerians sees Ghana as Europe. Hi. And Nigeria, Fune, you know Nigerians too, they will come at you. They started coming. So one fateful day, one Nigerian in the comment section, she's a lady. She came to Instagram and sent me a DM and said, DJ, I want to talk to you on phone. Said, DJ, see, I like what you are doing. Even me, I want to learn this YouTube. But you know what you have to do? You need to defend our people. They have their numbers, they will give you money. Trust me now. And Nigerians are like that. If they want you, they will come to you, regardless where you stand. They will convince you. And then I realized the woman was making sense. And so now I started doing content with that same woman virtually. She's in Nigeria, I'm in Ghana. And we're talking about things that Ghana and Nigeria, they have in common. And I realized that people were coming now. And they gave me a title, Mahazi. The next week, somebody gave me Otumba. The next 3 days, somebody gave me Ezemo. Chai. When they gave me the Ezemo, I went to Chudu to buy their cape. I was even bringing it, that Igbo cape. Then I started wearing it, using it to create content for them. Then I realized something. No, I need to enter more. I went to buy a white t-shirt. Then I printed NYSC. You know those, they are national service t-shirts. I printed one. And I started making content with it. And I realized that my subscription was going up. Then I decided to take the stand that let me position myself as a bridge between Ghana and Nigeria. So when there is issues or when there are issues between them, I'll call one Nigeria and I'll call one Ghanaian, then I'll be the moderator. They will rant, you a fool. Then I'll be there, keep quiet. Then those in the comment section will also, be throwing shots and all that. But at the end of the day, I own the platform. The money comes to me. And this is the game changer. This is where everything changed. It was during one of the Africa Cup of Nations. I started doing predictions. And then my predictions went in favor of Nigeria till they went to the finals. And then one person started in the comment section that, DJ, if Nigeria goes to the final, we will sponsor you. And like joke, immediately Nigeria qualified, they were going to play Ivory Coast. They said, DJ, drop your account number. I'm telling you, bro, within 3 days, they sent almost about $6,000. Money that I've never made in a year before us at that time. This one go send $100, this one go send $200. Pa. Me ya ready that my car for flight akwana me camera guy me ne course on passport. Say ready, imagine kofi Oscar. How we go fee go? I said nah, yeboko. Pa ye fire STC. Then we went straight to Ivory Coast. We didn't even know where we were going to sleep. I don't speak French. You do one, I me Google me pay hotel. Sir, hotels are what I'm cutting, sir. Oh yeah, short time hotel. Imagine that you've traveled from Ghana like 8 o'clock, you go to Ivory Coast like 11 p.m. Now, who room then what say? Seb words will be hunting. When they are done, then you go and sleep. But challenge for the joy for the job, I went. And then the next day, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and Nigeria was on. But I needed to play safe so I had my Ghana jersey down. Then I wore the Nigeria jersey on top of it. Because football, anything can happen. They are playing in Ivory Coast, Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire. Sefi, Nigeria fish Cote d'Ivoire and share brother inform toto. So I was well prepared. Then we went to the stadium and they said it was a plan by the Ivorians. They didn't want a lot of Nigerians in there. So the tickets, they sold it to the Ivorians and the Nigerians were not getting tickets. So I had no option. There was some viewing spot to be around the stadium. And me and my guys, we went there and we decided to create content on how people were engaged in their emotions when they were watching the match. But then I was wearing the Nigeria jersey. Then I think Nigeria scored Ivory Coast first. Then I saw the atmosphere. The people that they were smiling with me right now. I don't know what they are saying. So what's one for second bro? So what for bro? I have no idea. Then I told my guy that Charlie, say your last prayer. So I went to the washroom and I took off the Nigeria. Then I was left with my Ghanaian jersey. And I'm not about over the Ivory Coast what's away. Because even when I came back, some of them still had the balls to ask me, what's your Nigerian jersey? Where is this? So, I'm from Ghana. And the interesting thing about Ivorians is that they can't speak English, but they can speak Twi, some of them. So I told them, be a Ghana. And then finally, Ivory Coast won. But the moral lesson is that I made all that money within that short time. It wasn't coming from Google AdSense or YouTube. It was because these people watching me felt that this guy is with us. You understand? We can relate to what he does and we can trust him. And they gave me all this money. Trust me, aside from the money that you make on the AdSense and all those sites, there is real money on the ground. There is a Nigerian that bought a land in Accra. Imagine. Ghana, you cry, I'm say Accra. I'm scared to buy a land. This guy bought a land online. You live in America, Nigeria, you are buying a land in Accra online. Because they are risk takers. So the guy bought the land and he called me, DJ, I bought this land though. I want you to work on it, the documentations and all that. In fact, I'm scared. I'm afraid of land guards too. But I went, and you know what I told him? Say, I have a drone. So if I take pictures of the land, this is how much it's going to cost you, 2,000 cedis. He said, okay, no problem. I went there, I took pictures of the land, 2,000 cedis. Now he gave me money that I should find a surveyor and they should do everything for him. In fact, yeah, we are 10,000 or you understand? Now this guy started recommending me to other Nigerians living in America that want to buy lands in Ghana. And that was another business side of the whole thing. You understand? So, just to wrap up, what I can share with you is that when you do your things right, you will make it. I'm working for a brand. They call them Lemfi, okay? There are TV stations here or radio stations here in Ghana that they keep walking to offices looking for sponsorship. Me, I've not walked into anybody's office before. I was there, Lemfi called me, DJ Parker Rich, we've been watching your videos. Our data tells us that you have very strong hold in Nigeria, in this place, in Canada, in here. So we want to work with you. Months, how much in Abeje? And you see, when you have that opportunity, you don't play with it. Oh, sometimes too, if you go and do too much, you will lose it. I said, oh, let's start with $1,000. Yeah, na obesi 10,000 cedis every month. Now ask yourself, Ghana nyimpa hen. I'm not discouraging the professionals and all that, but but these people are paying me 10,000 cedis every month for me to mention their name in my videos. Just like that. You understand? So the office that's required every Monday morning and Tuesday, this thing can be a game changer for you. Because if so what you call 3,000 cedis, what about so taxes and all these other things, and you end up taking home like 2,200 and something. And you have this money coming online from somebody who believes in you that you can sell their product for them. Without taxes, without snits, you are gone. You understand? And so let's take it serious. And like I said, no, let's do things people can relate to. We should be consistent. Me, I have so much to share, but I'm sure we don't have much time like that. And after that, I will share my keynotes and stuffs with the organizers so that you can all learn. Me, I don't hide my number. My number is online. If you call me and ask for knowledge, I'll share with you. If you come for money, I won't give you because I'm showing you how to make money. You understand? Yeah, so I think that's the way forward. To wrap up, I would also want to advise you to invest in what you do. You understand? Me, I find it difficult to buy those stuffs like a boy in a me baye. That mean me sure me say it be like 5,000. That's me, know they move me. Because me, I like gadgets. So I can go and buy. Let me show you something in my bag. You see these things. Last 3 years, I was in Cape Coast to cover their festival. By then, I was using iPhone 14. And before I knew, somebody took the phone away. So I decided to buy this and this. And I'm doing so well with this. It shoots 4K. It has a microphone, or very good. Now, an ordinary boy back at home go, Charlie, Kekani na Aboma. That time na dollar no was so. I think I spent almost about 12,000 in getting all these things. Okay. Obi the bakwa ketine baby abo. As I say. But a woman called me from US there or videos from Kwame Nkrumah Museum. And I know these places, when you go there with big cameras, they will give you a special fee. So I just thought, oh, I'm just making videos with my small phone and camera. And they allowed me in, but this was giving me equal quality, just like the big cameras. And that woman paid me like 5,000 cedis for shooting in Chroma Museum for him, editing it nice, and I gave it to her. You understand? So I spent 12,000 on it, and just in a week, I was able to make like 5,000 on that. And so it is good to invest in these things, buy gadgets. And when you make the money, buy gadgets. But if you are starting, start with what you have. But if you make the money, invest in your craft. Thank you so much.